Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Am. Today we're here with some SPL coverage. It's probably the first game that I've covered in the first month of SPL. Just been watching it pretty much. Before we even start, we gotta go to this comment right here. Left by Cash Money Kev, aka New Breed, to Mr. E. This is all you gotta read right here. That's all you need to know. But I just had to show it right quick, so let's just get over here. 1 second. Alrighty, we're here. We're live. We're ready to go. See ABR's team. Both brought pretty offensive teams, actually. Sabella played Janvat last week. He played it pretty well. I thought team matchup was slightly in his favor, but he still played it very well. ABR played, I believe, Flaming Victini, Focus Sash. Nothing but pure innovation from ABR. Lead, T-Wave, Clef. Oh my gosh. And that's pretty good because he didn't have a good time switching into the Metagross. Like, between Hammer Arm, Ice Punch, Earthquake, he would have had a hard time switching into the Metagross. So him crippling it turn 1 is pretty good. He will lose his Clefable, but Sabella does not have any hazard removal anyways. So this is going to be pretty good for him as he does get full parrot here. He's probably just going to get some chip damage off on a Metagross. And, yeah, the ABR is going to have a tough time dealing with the Greninja though. Like, his check to it is Keldeo. So he's going to have a hard time with that. Keldeo is definitely going to pressure him quite a bit with Hydro Pumps. But we'll see if he can play around. ABR is really resilient when it comes to keeping threats out when he's playing, so it'll be pretty cool to see what he does here. So Nidoqueen's coming, Nidoking is inside. Obvious Earth Power coming out here. Maybe Sabella might want to predict that and try to pivot around. Maybe go Lando into his Grin or something like that, but it's kind of risky. We'll see what he wants to do. I doubt he's gonna sack the Metagross here, at least, but he doesn't have a solid switch in right now. Like, his only Earth Power switching would be Tangrowth and Lando. Those are the two things he could pivot into, and they can't stand. If Lando's Scarf, he could possibly Earthquake, because Nihilego, if it's not Scarf, it could also be the Rocker, so we'll kind of see what this team is. Scarf Nihilego is actually pretty good. I don't know if it's going to be doing too much in this match because he has Metagross and... so yeah, he does pivot into the... Oh, he substitute Nidoking. ABR with the innovations this match. Oh man, it's actually really good for him because he can still be Life Orb. I mean, he's probably most likely a Life Orb, and he gets a free Sludge Wave off here. He could be aggressive here. That was gonna say because Nihilego is pretty obvious on the Sludge Wave switching, and that if he went for the Earth Power there, he would have been able to keep his sub and potentially get another kill. But he does take out the Nihilego. And that does go down. So if it was Scarf, like I said, Nihilego wasn't doing too much between Metagross and Magnezone. So we're probably going to see Greninja come out. Like I was saying before, his Greninja check is this Keldeo. So, I mean, his teams have been pretty wild so far. Who knows? He probably has like a defensive Keldeo right now to kind of counteract his weakness to Greninja. I don't see him going into anything else besides, like, Nidoqueen bodies him. He has to go to Grin and risk Hydro Pump or even Water Shuriken, but I think you gotta go for Hydro Pump to punish the Keldeo as much as possible to get it out of the way. Yeah, like, yeah, him going into Grin confirms that he's definitely not Scarf Lando, and so he pretty much loses to this thing, especially if he's not like, oh, he goes into his Magnezone, into the Grin. I guess he's Assault Vest. Any U-turns there. I don't know why you're not throwing out Hydro Pumps. Because Tango comes in pretty easily on the Keldeo. Maybe it's like defensive and he wants to keep it healthy for Metagross. But he's got Lando, and I'm pretty sure this is defensive. I mean, I don't know. I mean, Lando alone itself isn't enough to really check Metagross. So I guess that's why he didn't want to go for the Hydro Pump play there. I thought it was pretty free. But I guess he gets momentum here. probably gonna get his rocks as well. As ABR, he goes for Earthquake. Oh, okay, lost some momentum there. So his Lando is not the rocker, so maybe this is Double Dance. Who knows? Like, well, Sabella could be potentially HP Ice, which is pretty common on Landos in this generation. Between like the Zygarde, Salamances, and opposing Landorises, so I don't know if he'll be able to. Oh, he just goes straight for his Z move. This is gonna do a lot. That's insane. That's at -1, so this is probably gonna kill. Probably it is gonna kill. As ABR says, touche. That's ridiculous that at -1 you're doing 79%. Jeez. So Baby Grin is inside. Maybe he'll U-turn again, but like, I don't know. As he goes for Dark Pulse, playing it safe. Yeah, he doesn't have any Dark Resist. Yeah, he could also spam Dark Pulse. And you don't have to really risk the miss with Hydro Pumps. But like I said, if he gets, I don't know if he'll be able to. I don't know if he has enough sacks. Obviously, Tangrowth's coming out here. Maybe we'll see an aggressive double by ABR, probably harding it into his Nidoking. I can see ABR pulling that play because like Tangrowth is very obvious, but he could always play it safe and yeah, just Secret Sword. That does 31. I don't know the rules on Tangrowth. I don't know if, I mean, that seems like it did a lot if it's defensive. So maybe he's a Soul Vest? I'm not too sure. Not even sure, but I feel like he should be defensive Tangrowth. Because like he needs a defensive wall, because Lando's pretty offensive. So I don't know what his Tangrowth would be. Not sure. As he goes for a Leaf Storm, and ABR makes the nice play into his Magnezone. And ABR is, like I said, just playing this pretty well so far, man. Pretty in control. As Lando comes, he is getting played, my goodness. And I'm pretty sure he gets a free fly here. I forgot how the mechanics of fly works. I think if you fly and he switches, you hit them as they switch out, and then the turn resets. Instead of you fly, he switches, and then you attack, and then they can attack. I think it's the first one. I'm not too sure on fly mechanics. I haven't rarely used fly. But yeah, ABR is playing this, man. As he goes for the Earthquake there. Okay. No doubt about it. So probably see him going to his Nidoqueen here. I don't know if would you. Because if he's able to get a sub, I believe that's just going to be the game, and Nidoqueen takes this away. Because the Tangrowth is intimidated, its attack is literally close to 0, if not at 0. So I don't know. Maybe you sub this first time just to see if you can. Because if he subs, I think he just wins. Probably not. Wait, because he Water Shurikens. But you're not guaranteed 3 hits when you're not in the Ash form. But I feel 1 might be able to break the Nidoqueen sub, so you're probably better off just going off for a Sludge Wave instead of going for a sub in that scenario. But he seems to be thinking about what he wants to do. I guess he could also go into his Keldeo and just click Secret Sword. If he wants to do that. But that invites his Metagross. It's at 82. Like, he doesn't really have a switch in the Secret Sword either, so we can see either. Yeah, so he decides to go with Keldeo there, which works too. Secret Sword definitely be able to kill the Tangrowth, and then that'll most likely keep him from going into a Greninja. As if he did go Nidoqueen there, Nidoking, he would have been able to go into his Greninja to revenge the next turn. So I guess that's a good play. You see, that's what I mean. Like, he plays it in a sense that like he keeps your threats out. Like, he could have went with a Nidoking play, and then Greninja would be out there to just let out a Hydro Pump, and his Keldeo would be most likely a switching. But I guess at this point you could also sack his Magnezone because it's not doing too much, and everything else kind of takes care of. Sack his Magnezone or Metagross because everything was pretty much taken care of with Keldeo and Nidoking. So Metagross comes out here. Probably going to go into his own Nido King. I see him going into either Metagross or Magnezone, whichever he sees fit as being less useful at this moment. Looking at to me, I think he'd probably go Metagross in case he's Assault Vest, Magnezone, because that could be pretty handy just in case as a backup measure against Choice Specs. What's it called? Greninja. But he does go to the Magnezone, and he's gonna pretty much be able to just click Thunderbolt to just weaken this thing, and then he'll probably just go back out into his Keldeo, click Secret Sword to kill the Metagross. I'm pretty sure T-Bolt should put this thing in range of Secret Sword to die, and he's gonna be forced to sack as Tangrowth is gonna be at 24%. He's gonna be at what, like he comes in 12. He won't be able to take two Secret Swords from Keldeo, so at this point it's pretty much checkmate, as ABR is going to be able to go to his Keldeo here and just click Secret Sword. Yep. I mean, it was pretty simple game. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, ABR played it pretty perfectly. Showing why he's one of the top or Sun and Moon players. One of the top or OUers is what I meant to say. But he's thinking what he wants to do. We'll see what he wants to do. Because it's most likely Nidoqueen or Keldeo coming out. Yeah, so he does end up going with the Keldeo play. I guess he was calculating to make sure it kills. I'm not sure what kind of Keldeo this is though. So yeah, it kills that. He's going to be forced to go into his Tangrowth. And Secret Sword did do 31. I can see Sabella pulling a double, but at this point, I don't know if it'll be enough if he doubles here. Because he's definitely not going to stay in with his Keldeo. No need for him to play risky. I think Sabella definitely has a double here. I'm thinking if once he switches out here, he's going to be at what, 78%, and then taking the count with rocks, he thinks it's going to be 12. That's going to be 60, 66. I don't know if he'll be able to take two Secret Swords. Anyways, but I think ABR has him in a checkmate position. If he wants to flex, he can Secret Sword on the double. But I think like Sabella definitely has a double here. If he doesn't, like say if he goes into Metagross, he'll just keep attacking till it dies, and he'll just keep this thing as low as possible. Because it doesn't seem like Sabella's Tangrowth. Yeah, he does double here. Because it doesn't seem like and ABR makes the play. I didn't think he had to make that play, but that just shows you the dominance he has, man. Like he said, dominance. Definitely didn't need to make that play, but he made it. And Nidoqueen's just going to be able. But it was very obvious. Sabella had to. Sabella had to have a chance to win, to make that play. So, yeah, he's just going to Secret Sword. Leaf Storm kills this. And then Nidoqueen's just going to be able to revenge with Sludge Wave. And, yeah, that's going to be it. Pretty good game. Pretty good game. I'm not sure if I'll be able to cover any other games, but if I can, I'll definitely try to bring it up for you guys. And yeah, ABR takes this pretty well. ABR is on the Ruiners, Sabella's on Scoots, which is on my buddy's Nate team, so I know Nate might not be happy about this outcome. But if you guys enjoyed, please leave a like and a comment. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.